Actually, yeah, fuck it, I'll use this again. Took me a bit to decide there, but I realised what I want to talk about in today's video. So today's video is going to be talking about collector's editions, and special editions, and deluxe editions, and shit, it's a limited edition. That's the one, limited edition. It's a limited edition video, so this will only be up for a week. I'm kidding. It's an in-joke. Anyway, pretty much today's video is I'm going to be discussing my thoughts on, hey, there's a limited edition item on X website. Obviously, I can't say a particular amount of X's, but just this particular website or these particular websites. Should I buy it before it potentially runs out? My key example, American Psycho. This is the Zavvi exclusive 4K SteelBook. It's a slipcover that actually is now becoming much easier to get the SteelBook out of. Look, it has a SteelBook. It's nice. It's a bit more of a deluxe edition, kind of, because it comes with not just the 4K and the Blu-ray, but it comes with a little card. Wow, look at that. See, it's a replica of from the film. And there you go, you got your Blu-ray and your 4K. Okay, so I've showed off the product. Now let's talk about why I got this. I do like American Psycho. I actually apparently watched it last year. I didn't remember. I watched 510 movies last year, so let's be honest. Who the fuck would remember? It was a busy year in 2019. It was a good year. Back when things were nice. I miss it. It's funny, that's a year where I was able to do absolutely everything. Go to uni, go to work, see my girlfriend, see my friends, watch movies all the time. I did everything I wanted to that year. And now this year, I'm just spending on everything I want to spend on, rather than going out, seeing friends. I still go to work twice a week, luckily. And I don't go to uni. I had one 6-week course, and that was it this year. Yeah, thanks, pandemic. You're doing me a great fucking solid, isn't it? This is real. Great. So, obviously Zavvi is a website I buy from a lot, and they released that. When I saw the pre-order, I'm like, boom, done. Luckily, Zavvi doesn't take your money out until about 2-3 days before they actually dispatch the actual item. So I had enough time to be able to decide if I still wanted to keep it in the end. The next day, I checked to see what the stock was like. You know, was the pre-order still open? No, it wasn't. It had sold out. Shock. A gasp. Oh my god. Technically, I could say the same thing goes for the Star Wars ones, but I actually like the Star Wars films a lot. I do like American Psycho. American Psycho is a good film. I only had the regular Blu-ray, so I figured, hey, the 4K could at least look nice. It is a film that is kind of, in and of itself, about the superficiality of looks and appearance. So I figured, hey, a 4K would do pretty well for that when you really think about it, and the 4K looks really fucking good. Sounds amazing as well. Do I think it needs a 4K? Probably not. The Blu-ray is probably fine. I had the Blu-ray because of like $10 like 3 years ago or some shit, you know? And so there was that element, but there was also the element of it's a SteelBook, plus it comes with this extra cover. You know, it came with a little card that was just a piece of cardboard that you can make yourself. It doesn't matter. And so it was just like, hey, I've seen this film before. I like it. I don't love it. I like it. I enjoy it. I like horror films. I like the cast, the director. I like a lot of things about it. The Steelbook looks nice. It's unique enough of its own right. I like that it comes with a slipcover, so then you get all this different artistic design. It had a lot of merits. So, of course, I spent $50-$60 on it, however the fucking much it was. I don't remember. I've bought too much this year, because life is great. So, you know, it came down to, and this is what has been happening all freaking year, is just a lot of different releases coming mostly from Zavvi because of, course, the pre-order stuff. It's like, hey, you know, there's all this stuff that's guaranteed to sell out, whether they tell you it's guaranteed to sell out or whether you just know because of the, you know, the cultural consciousness. What the fuck is it? Like, go on Reddit, they say, oh, the pre-order is up for this thing, cool, everyone's responding to it, they all want to get it, or when they tease it and everyone's like, I want to buy it, and it's like, you know, the discourse starts happening, and you realize how many people like and dislike the artwork, and how many people collectively want to buy it, no matter what. So it is, and can get crazy for that kind of stuff. This shit that I've bought recently, like I bought the Blues Brothers steel case set, with the collector's edition, came with all the extra stuff, hasn't even sold out from the website yet. You know, I was expecting that to sell out really quickly, but it didn't at all. Maybe it's because the Steelbook in itself is easily available elsewhere, also Best Buy. I'm in Australia, so I don't have that privilege of getting a Best Buy Steelbook. Fuck you, Best Buy. You know, if they went to JB Hi-Fi, yeah, I'd be okay with it. You know, we still get worldwide available Steelbooks, but we don't get anything exclusive to JB because we don't. So my next best option is Zavvi for something as special limited edition. There's also the limited edition stuff that, like, literally numbered, you know, of 500, of 800, of 1,000. I even just bought something the other day that was of 1,000 units, and it's, what was it? It was fuck, I've already forgotten what the hell it was called. That's really shitty of me. It'll be the earliest film that I actually own. It goes for about 13 minutes. The Blu-ray features 2 versions of it in color and black and white. And it has a bunch of documentaries and special features. It's called A Trip to the Moon. It's a 1,000-page... It's a 1,000 only units being produced. Big ass set. Comes with this like 200-page hardcover book about the director, George Millet, I believe it is. Yeah. And I've seen Hugo, don't care much for the film, but it's nice to appreciate film history. And so I even watched an unboxing video, and there's this tiny slip that comes with the disc, and the disc is this little slip in this big cardboard thing because of the size of the book. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, that's kind of weird, but still. But it was like, did I buy it because of the limited edition aspect? Somewhat. But also because it's $112. It was a lot of money for one 13-minute film that I can watch on YouTube. And it's like, yeah, but there's a bunch of perks to it. And this is where the limited edition stuff really comes into it. Firstly, limited edition of 1,000 units. Comes with a big-ass book that's been translated into English. You know, it comes with the film and a bunch of special features, so I can own that film. For me, it's a film that I literally only pretty much watched it fully for the first time that night just to check that I actually like the film. I do like the film. I think it's fucking beautiful. And it's like, but it is still 13 minutes. Like, I told my friend about it. I'm like, hey, you know, what do you think about this? And they're like, but it's 13 minutes. I'm like, it does have a lot of documentaries too, but also the big seller is the book. And I like reading about film history, especially French film history. I love the French when it comes to the films. I've got a whole other book about French films. Anyway, more or less just the point comes down to is that, do you want to buy this film or collection of films, you know, with a very small number of prints of this particular unit, just because? Or do you really there's obviously a lot of different contributing factors. Double dipping, is it a film that you have a standard release of and or another special edition release of? But hey, look, it's got different artwork, it's got different this, different that. It's not a different disc, it's the exact same shit. It's just a numbered package that looks nice. You know, I have 2 Blade Runner sets. I've got the one up... Actually, they're both up here. I've got the HMV re-release that didn't come with the Steelbook that I personally love. It comes with a poster, a whole bunch of stuff. Not numbered, not limited. It's actually still available to my knowledge. 4K, Blu-ray, bunch of bonus features, cool stuff altogether. But then I also bought the Steelbook version, which was the... I bought this one, the one that comes with the 3D stuff, you know. It comes with the worldwide available Steelbook. You know, it's meant to come with a card, but of course it doesn't because this one isn't actually numbered. I think it's HD Zeta. It's HD Zeta. There we go. I didn't even look at the logo, I just knew what it was. But the point it comes down to is that, like, something like this, which, again, I mostly bought for the packaging. I don't need a 3D Blu-ray. I've got the film on 4K. I already had the film on 4K before I bought the HMV one. I just wanted the packaging. I wanted a Steelbook of it. I want something that looked nice, and it does look nice. That wasn't a thing that was like, oh, it's limited edition, I gotta get it. It's like, I mean, technically it is. There's only 500 of that exist, but that comes with the worldwide exclusive Steelbook that I had bought separate, like, so someone had bought separately, combined it with the whole entire thing, because it's an unnumbered version, because I think there was only 1,000 of the regular units made. No. I think it was either 300 of the regular units, so the same thing, It comes with the Joy card, that says 1 of 300 units, and it has the sticker on the base, really emphasizes the brand and everything. But then there's also the re-release, which has 500 units, which is the one I have, that didn't come with the SteelBook, because as it was a worldwide available SteelBook, but it also doesn't come with the card saying what, number and unit it was. There's that kind of a stuff where it's a premium thing. It's like, hey, this is limited edition, like, that's half the point of it being a premium. Do you want to buy this? Buy it now at retail price before it sells out, because it's usually guaranteed to sell out if it's Film Arena, HD Zeta, Manta Lab, whatever. And, maybe some people are going to buy it to resell it, however it's going to be. Do you want to have to buy it at double the price? I had to buy the Blade Runner one, my Alien Film Arena one, and my, I've got a Manta Lab coming in the mail as well. All of them that will probably have videos separately on this channel that you can find. The Blade Runner one is in my Blade Runner collection video. I don't know if I've released a separate one for that actual SteelBook, but that's the thing. My Alien one, I've done my own video of it, which will have come out before this video. I'm pretty fucking certain it will have, pardon my French. And then the other one will probably come out either or. Nevertheless, I'm doing that now. Whenever I buy a premium, I'm going to unbox it and show it off, because, hey, it looks nice. Also, it's a video. But of course, I don't have that benefit of having been able to buy these at the time. So then it comes down to, that's why my best example was Zavi. I know, dramatic, isn't it? There's stuff like, they had a recent It 2 film SteelBook collection. Looked incredible. I pre-ordered a copy just to make sure that I had one, just in case me or my friend who really loves the It films wanted it. Came to $100. This is 100 Australian dollars, with shipping and everything, but it was free shipping anyway. And my friend declined. They were like, look, I'm saving up to move out to get my own place. I don't want to buy it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'll hold on to the pre-order until October when it gets released. If I end up deciding against buying it, because I already have the regular Blu-ray of It, I don't care to get the 4K, even though it's only an upscale, so it doesn't matter. And the SteelBook for the It Chapter 1 film looked fine. Looked nice. It wasn't the best design. It was mainly a debate for me about the artwork. The second one looked incredible on the front, but that was like the only really big perk. Apparently it was like meant to be a metal box on the outside. You came with 2 posters. It came with both films in SteelBook. Had this whole design. I might have a picture there. There's a whole design to it. I really only cared for the image for the second film. But the thing is, I bought the second film as a regular 4K SteelBook, so I have all of those discs, and my SteelBook, when you open it outwards, is the same image that's on the inside of both the It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2 steelbooks, which I still like the idea of. You take out all the discs, you get one big landscape thing of Pennywise in the middle of a tunnel. You get the older versions of the kids, the, what are they called, the Loser Club, on one side for the second film, and the younger ones, for the first one. It was a nice thing. I pre-ordered it. I only just cancelled it today because I decided in the end, I don't want to spend $100 on 2 films that I think are decent, but, I don't think I'm going to be rewatching them anymore. I don't consider them as a collector's item kind of deal. Like, yeah, I have the miniseries as a steelbook as it is. That's only because the steelbook was actually cheaper to get than the regular version. Also, it was one of the only ones that was still available at JB Hi-Fi at the time, when the first one was coming out, the 2017 was coming out in cinemas. And I ended up watching the miniseries, and then I went to see the film. And so, I don't mind the cover art that I've got as it is for the regular Blu-ray version. I don't care to get the 4K version, they're just upscales anyway. And so, it just kind of comes down to, why are you buying this limited edition thing? Is it because it's limited edition? Or is it because you really like the film? Is it because you've seen the film, you're like, it's alright, but it's a nice design set and whatever. Maybe I'll reappreciate the film more when I get this. Or maybe it's a film you've heard about. You don't know much about it, or you know enough about it, and you're like, damn, this looks really freaking good. I kind of understand the context of this image or this cover art or whatever. Maybe I don't want it though. But then you buy it anyway because you're obsessed with buying steelbooks or deluxe editions or limited editions, however it be. And that's kind of where my philosophy ever comes into. I will, if something comes out as a pre-order, I will usually pre-order it. But it's because I have the right to cancel it and get my money back, or it doesn't spend the money, like Zavi, it doesn't spend the money until a few days before it gets shipped, and I have the time to consider, do I want this, do I actually want it, I think about it. Like, when I was getting the Star Wars Steelbooks from Zavi, I ordered the first 3, and then I ordered Revenge of the Sith, because I heard the 4K could look quite good. But I decided in the end to cancel my order for the Steelbook, even though it was only $56, because I figured, you know what, if I'm gonna watch it in the Star Wars box set that I already have. I already have the Blu-ray, I don't need the Steelbook. The Steelbook, yeah, they look fucking gorgeous. Yeah, I know that. And I'd love to collect them for that element. But I'm not really getting much out of it in terms of the 4K, outside of probably the third film actually looking good. But the first and second one, no. Yeah, the covers would look great. They were gorgeous Steelbooks, The only one that didn't look good was Empire Strikes Back, but I got a magnet for it anyway to make it look better. But I'm like, I'm an original trilogy kind of person, I'm not going to get the re-release of, that they had for the sequel trilogy, so I'm like, I don't really care to get the prequels either. I've already got them all in one complete saga set, pre-Disney, so it's like, yeah. So that was its own thing. I don't really know what the point was for that. But the point was that was something that technically, limited edition, because I knew it was going to sell out really quickly. So I decided, hey, I'll put in my order. If I don't want it, I take back my order. Then they might open it up for someone else to get it, It's as simple as that. That's just how it goes, Is it a dick move on my part? Not really. I mean, it might be for the retailer, because they might be like, okay, well, we've got this amount of set that we need to make, but at the same time, it's the same with the Star Wars ones. They might mass produce a lot of them, and then be like, okay, we know we've got this amount. It's not like a particular numbered thing like the Film Arena, where they're like, we have 800 units only, we'll only make 800 units of this type, but we'll make another 800 or 400 units of this type. They're very specific and concise as to what they're doing. Someone like Zavi, they're just a retailer, They get what the other people, in this case Disney, are giving them in terms of the artwork, in terms of everything. So they're just the people who box it and send it to us, the consumer. They're not the people who make it. So it probably doesn't matter anyway. I don't really want to think of it like that way anyway, because it's like, it doesn't matter. If they don't have the stock, they don't have the stock, So, yeah, it's just this whole thing of, if it's something that is like, hey, you only have right now to buy it and you're going to pay for it right now, you concerned about that. Like, that's what I had with that the George Millet film. I was like, shit, I only have right now to buy it. It could sell out at any moment because it's 1,000 units only. It might not because of whatever, but it's not going to go on sale anytime soon. So it's like, look, I'm going to respect it as this artistic film that's a part of film history. It's got a book that's important to film history. Everything about it is important to film history, something I care a lot about. So it makes sense for me to be like, I'm going to get it. I get it. It's a film I can watch on YouTube. Yeah, I get it. These are films I have on Blu-ray and 4K anyway. I don't need to get a limited edition steelbook for it. But they look nice. But it's also about what the film represents to me. That's what I think is the most important thing about a limited edition kind of set. I don't want to be buying this stuff just because it's limited edition, even if I don't care much for the film. I don't mind getting the American Psycho one. It looks nice. It's a great design. It's perfectly fine. Would I have gotten the regular 4K? I don't know. Maybe. I mostly got it because it was a steelbook and it looked nice. I liked the design at least. If I don't like the design, what the fuck's the point? And I don't want to buy it just to resell it. You can watch my video where I talk about steelbook scalpers just on that notice as it is. Limited editions are big deals in some cases when it comes to collectors. If you have something that you don't know how many units there are, or you know that it's going to have a small amount of units no matter if they tell you how many or not, but you know it's going to sell out. And if you're desperate for it, if you really love it, then you go ahead and get it. But that's just how it is. If you're like me, who you might know of the film, you might not know of the film, you might like the film, you might love the film, That's what it is. It's like, I don't, like, I know of the film, but I haven't seen it. I know of the film, and I've seen it. I know of the film, and I love it. I feel like those are like the three different categories for it, and it could still be, do you want to get it? If I know the film and I love it, and I'm happy to get this, double dip, triple dip, just get this other different packaging, yeah, sure. Like, I love Alien. I have the Alien quadrilogy, just the regular Blu-ray version, on Blu-ray, comes with each edition of the film, and that's it. All 4 discs. It's not the 6-disc edition, it's not the one with the bloody egg, it's nothing like that. It's just the anthology edition. Simple shit. For my birthday, my older brother got me the Alien on 4K. It doesn't come with a Blu-ray of the film, it's just the 4K UHD disc. Perfectly fine. I recently got, as my video shows, the Film Arena version. I bought it off eBay from someone who was probably selling it at double the price, because that's just what resellers do. And I got it because I love Alien. I wanted to get a steelbook of the film. I wanted to get a special edition of the film. It turns out to be even better. It glows in the fucking dark. The steelbook is gorgeous. It comes with a lenticular magnet. All the art cards and stuff look great. The book, everything about it I fucking love. It's something that I don't mind spending my money on because it's something that I love. If it's something that's a pre-order for, again, something like American Psycho, it's like, I don't love the film. I like the film. I watch it maybe once every couple of years just because I can. Maybe like, I'm in the mood for American Psycho. I think that's how I felt last year when I was like looking at all the films I want to watch. I'm like, I'm in the mood for American Psycho, and I put that on. This time, I only watched it just to watch the 4K, and I realized halfway through I'm thinking, yeah, it's a good film. It just, for me at the time, wasn't amazing because I was tired, it had been a long day, that kind of stuff, the regular human being bored and depressed and crappy and shitty life kind of deal, whatever. And, but as an overall, then you've got, of course, I know of the film, I've never seen it, or I've seen parts of it, I've heard good things. Should I bother? Of course, then it comes down to, of course, the, do you like the look of it? Say, for example, I recently ordered Waterworld, the 4K UHD Steelbook, which, this will be the design of it. I really like the design. I've seen parts of the film, it seems weird. I like the Mad Max vibe, obviously. I like Kevin Costner, I like Dennis Hopper. Even my dad, who watched it when it first came out, said it wasn't great, but then he rewatched it last year because it was just on TV, and he said, actually, it's a lot better than he realized because, you got to put it into historical context. When Kevin Costner was making films back then, he'd just done like Dances with Wolves, The Bodyguard, a lot of really big hitters that were great films, and he comes up with Waterworld, and everyone's like, the fuck is this? And then he has The Postman, and everyone's like, nope, we don't like you anymore. Because, they only expect greatness from every bloody director. Good job, Hollywood. Nevertheless, its reputation has grown better of recent years, and it's a 4K UHD, plus a Blu-ray with special features. It has some great interior and exterior artwork. I actually like the exterior artwork a lot. I understand enough of the film that he's on a boat. There's a boat village that the water is growing, because the global warming is above the actual where the city was. So everything about the steelbook looks great. I even was just telling my dad about it today, and even he agrees. It's not actually a bad film, and it looks great. Like, this steelbook looks great. It's something that I pre-ordered preemptively, being like, I know about it. I've never seen it. I want to make sure that I can, pre-order it just in case I decide that I actually do want it. And I've confirmed to myself that I do want it, whereas the It ones, I decided I don't want them. Mostly to save money, but at the same time, it's also like, they're fine films, but I already have them, I don't have Waterworld, at least I'm getting a complete upgrade, because I don't even have a DVD, I don't have the DVD or the Blu-ray or the 4K, and I'm getting the Blu-ray and the 4K, and it's a steelbook. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win. I wouldn't say it's limited edition per se, but at the same time, it could be. We don't know how many units they're going to sell of it. You don't know if it's never going to sell out. But yeah, it's always a conundrum with buying that kind of stuff. But I think, at least personally for me, I like to at least know of the film and have seen the film. Do I like the design? Do I think it matches the film? I'd like to have an understanding of what I'm buying, because I could, become, I could find a limited edition release of a film that I've never seen before, and I decide, no, I don't want to get it. Then I see that film a couple months later and decide, damn, that set would have been really good for it. Will I regret it? Probably not, but maybe if I had have bought it and then it comes in and then I'm like, this looks really great, and then I go watch the film and I have the stigma of this set's really great. I hope the film's good enough, because otherwise, oh my god, I just spent so much money on this. Give it to someone else. Let someone else have it, Let someone else have the opportunity to pre-order it, to buy it, to make sure that they can have it, because they're the ones who, right now, at this moment, give a shit about it and love it or like it or list it. Anyway, that's been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this stuff? Do you like the idea of a limited edition run of stuff? Do you hate it? Do you hate the fact that people can just come in and take before you even get a chance to, because of different time zones and stuff? Again, check out my Scalpers video. I'll link it up on the screen, and my film shelf playlist, which will be there. There will be those premium edition ones. I will probably link in the comments, in the description section. If not, they're in that playlist. So yeah, outside of that, I'm interested to converse about it. I can make a follow-up video talking more about it too if you want. That's how it goes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been Telecreations, and I'll see you next time. Adios.